It is wash hair day, so I'm going to wash my hair, so I've undone my twists. Anywho, I want to talk to the ladies. Ladies, I know that many of you say you love to be single, and I just don't believe that because I've come across a lot of individuals who love to be single, claim to love to be single, but really deep down they want to have that connection with someone. But because they have been hurt many times in past relationships, they choose to now say, because of course it allows them to relinquish the emotional attachment that they would have to connecting with someone else and not have to deal with that longing, that desire in them to have that type of connectivity. So they say they just want to be single. However, what I've learned with many single women is that they have unfulfilled desires, their hopes have not yet been met, and they have unrealistic expectations of the men they get into relationships with. They focus on superficial features and measures they use to determine whether or not that is a good man. However, those superficial features tend to not gain them any type of substantive relationships in the past. And so now they're looking at these men and they're saying, you know what, these types of men, whether you're tall, you're dark, you're handsome, you're short, whatever the features are, they're not focusing on character. The other thing I've also noticed is that some of these women, they're not taking accountability for their own, actions or the work that they need to do within themselves in order to get themselves ready for those types of really, really substantive connections with, another person. So what they do is they focus on what the man needs, but not what they need to make themselves or to get themselves ready for those types of fulfilling relationships. And because they don't get themselves ready, they get into these relationships with their fractured selves, and you get in with another fractured person and it doesn't yield anything fruitful. And then, of course, the circle of disappointment just simply continues. So my encouragement to people is think about what you're asking from another person. Are you doing those things yourself? Are you seeing the reflection of you when you're asking those things of another person? Do you see those things in you? Just some thoughts for you today, guys. Have a wonderful day.